Now you want to
10,000
come, you want to drop
middle.
it right around in here.
10,000 right in
Yeah,
the middle.
right up in there.
10,000 in the middle. Here we go. 10,000 in the middle. 10,000 in the middle. 10,000 in the middle. 10,000.
What were you watching something? Were you waiting to see if something happened? Let's go see.
Middle. 10,000 in the middle. 10,000 in the middle.
Snoop Dogg knows something that the rest of us don't. I mean, I know I am definitely dating myself here, references to The Price is Right and Snoop Dogg. But the question is, does he know something? Is that intentional? So let's look at the next pass and see what happens there.
One more time. Go with this.
About
Go
three more
over
of
here.
those.
Over here again. There you go, right there.
How about 3 more of those? $10,000. 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000.
Well, that is disappointing. So obviously there is a bit of randomness here that, you know, we can't know exactly what it'll go in a certain direction. The question is there a plan on where we should drop it so it will fall in a certain interval? What's really happening here, if we think of this randomly, we'll do a little graphic up here on the left. So if we do, the Plinko ball comes down, it has a 50% shot of dropping one way or the other. And then at that next level, it's the same thing. It has a 50% drop, 50% chance of dropping each way. However, there are 2 pins, and it could have gone either way. And so if you take 50% of 50%, that's 25%, 25%. But in the middle, there's 2 ways it could go there. So it's actually, if you look at that second round, 25%, 50%, 25%. So as it goes down, this theory keeps following, and you keep splitting, adding in the middle. If you look at the probability distribution, the probability histogram, if we look after 6 levels, 10 levels, 14 levels, this starts to look interesting. This starts to look like a bell-shaped curve. That is the normal probability distribution. That is the normal curve. And that is what we're going to look at in Chapter 7. There are a lot of different things that can be described by this normal distribution. I researched a couple. One of the ones I researched is the distribution of heights. If you look at just men, the distribution will be bell-shaped. It's bell-shaped for women as well. But if you put them together, there's like 2 peaks because of the means. Interestingly, error measurement. So the measurement, you know, if you measure the length of something, there's an error, right? It's never exact. And so if you look at the error in measurements and look at how those are distributed, those actually follow this bell-shaped curve too. Sometimes it's not exact. So there's a lot of different things that follow this normal curve, this normal probability curve. And what we're going to be looking at in Chapter 7 is, all right, if I know some things about that curve, if I know its mean and I know its standard deviation, can I find a probability of a particular value being in a certain interval? You know, if I drop that Plinko chip right in the middle, can I find a probability of it being between the third and bottom? You know, what's the probability of it landing in these intervals? So that's the normal probability distribution. And that's what we're going to be focusing on in Chapter 7. Unfortunately, though, we will not actually be playing Plinko, and Snoop Dogg will not be helping us out in our normal probability questions.
Go win some money. Here comes chip number 1, 10,000 in the middle.